Hello, good morning, and welcome to this late morning taste challenge. We have two blended Scotch whiskeys with no age statement. The first one is the classic Dewar's White Label, the best-selling Scotch whiskey in the United States. Not in Louisiana. I don't see a whole lot of people buying it here. That would be Johnny Walker Red Label here. But in the United States, it's big. Introduced in 1899, same recipe, although it used to be 86 proof, and now it's 80. So now they add more water to it to bring down the proof. But anyway, Dewar's White Label from John Dewar and Sons. John A., Tommy, and John. So John Boy, and Tommy. The three D's interlocked. Perthshire, Scotland. John Dewar and Sons Limited, but it's under the control of Bacardi Limited. Bacardi, headquartered in Hamilton, capital town, not really a city, capital town of the British overseas territory of Bermuda. So it's produced in the Kingdom of Scotland. King Charles III, King of Scotland, and the headquarters is in Hamilton, King Charles III, King of Bermuda. Okay, anyhow, Cutty Sark Prohibition Edition blended Scotch whiskey. Got this nice matte finish. It's like linen almost, like old paper. Black bottle. Simple black and white engraved color scheme. 100 proof. Strong. Introduced in 2013. No age statement either. And it's non-chill filtered. That means most whiskeys or liquors are chill filtered. They drop the temperature real fast, get them chilled. It's a method to get the gunk out of them. But some people say it hurts the flavor, like pasteurizing beer. They say it hurts the flavor. So this one is non-chill filtered. So it may have some little particles in it, and it might get cloudy or something like that. Okay. Price point. Price point. I don't remember. This was $27 for a liter. $27 at a Quista pace, not the normal price. Real cork too, real cork. Definitely not the normal price, because Total Wine & More's got it listed right now, $29.99 for a 750, the regular size bottle. So the regular bottle is coming in at $29.99, and I bought the liter for $27. So great deal, great deal. Now Dewar's, I paid the regular price. I bought it at Total Wine & More. And so whatever they're showing, that's what I paid, probably minus $2, because, you know, with the JB inflation, everything's going up. What do you expect? You have to pay for your free stuff. Everybody's paying for their stimulus. People are running around 2 years ago or a year ago talking about, I got my $2,800. I got my $2,800 and it's free. And they didn't understand what I was telling them. I was saying, what? You're going to pay about $3,500 for that $2,800. What are you talking about? I'm talking about economics, which apparently you can't grasp, but you could possibly if you get educated on it. So when you got your $1,200 and then you got your $1,400, whatever, I think it was like $2,600, I don't know, whatever it was for me. You say, well, you cashed your check, didn't you? Yeah, of course. I didn't ask for this money. They gave it to me. I didn't ask to pay all those high taxes either. that they confiscated. So I think I'm getting a little bit of the money that was stolen. You know what I'm saying? Taken against my will. I didn't go run out and spend it. I did like most Americans, they saved it or paid down their debt, which they said was aggravating the government because they weren't stimulating the economy by spending it. They got smart. They went and said, oh, $1,400 on credit card. It was used the whole amount for that. But honestly, if you got $1,200, it's going to cost you like $20. It's going to cost you like $1,800 for the $1,200, which is the backdoor tax of inflation. That's the backdoor tax. But oh well, that's the truth, and the truth will set you free, although it may disturb you. Okay, Dewar's white. Here we go. Why it's got to be white? Oh, I got. You don't know the struggle. Okay. Well, I guess the price didn't go up. I think I paid $32.49. You know what? I might have paid $31.49. $32.49 for the regular bottle. I mean, for the handle. What am I talking about? The handle. I don't even look. They don't even look like they sell the $7.50 over there. Oh, here it is. $18.49. $18.49. Okay. So $18.49. I'm sorry, $18.49 for Dewar's, $29.99 for Prohibition Edition Cutty Sark. Oh man, is it going to really be about $12 better? I don't know about all that. Jeep and Footy says, good morning, Ron. Checking in. Good morning to you, Caleb. Liam says, morning, Ron. I put three shots of Kahlua in my coffee a few minutes ago. Uh-oh. Well, I would not recommend doing that. That sounds like a bad practice. Now, if you had a cup of coffee and you put maybe a little bit of it, like half a shot, I think that would be enough. 3 shots, that's pushing the envelope, to say the least. That's pushing off the cliff. I've had Dewar's White Label, says Liam. Very smooth and enjoyable. It is, really. Is it complex, elaborate, exquisite, exciting, and new? No, it's just kind of regular, kind of ordinary. Might be why it's $18.49 a bottle, but it's consistent. The quality level is always there, and it's not like you're going to get a bad batch. You know, they're not going to say, well, you see, we're artisans, and it's handcrafted, so you might get a bad batch. Really? I just paid $12 for this bomber of beer, and you tell me I might get a bad batch? $12 for 22 ounces of beer? Why don't you give me my money back and your flannel shirt? You can keep the ear hole rings, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be ugly, but that doesn't work with me. I want quality. I don't care if you macro, middle crow, or micro. I want quality. And you might come back and say, oh, is that why you go to rallies sometimes and pick up a to-go? I'd rather that you not bring that up. I think we would do best not to mention these. See, I like to mention things that bolster my argument, not undermine my argument. I like to do what they call practice. I like to practice what people call confirmation bias. You say, what is confirmation bias? I'll discuss any facts that bolster my argument, and any facts that work against it, I will pretend they don't exist and I won't mention them. You say, that sounds insane. Well, I just copy the news. I'm just copying all your major news networks. See, and that's the way to do it, isn't it? Okay, confirmation bias. All the facts fit to present, or I should say, all the facts that fit my agenda. Okay. People say, I think I catch on what you're doing. I see where you're going with that. I see what you're getting at. Yes. Okay. Well, you know what this smells like? It smells like wood. Oak, not cypress, not pine, not camphor. It smells like oak. And I don't know what type of oak. Probably white oak. It's a good smell. And they're both golden, so I don't have to like be avoiding like, oh no, I can't look. I mean, maybe the Dewar's is a little lighter, but I think at this point it's going to be okay. And I'm not sitting there staring at the glasses either. This one smells like nothing. Where's the aroma? What happened here? Did some well, maybe I can pick up some oak or just air, smelling air. Jeep and Foodie suddenly says Black Oak, Arkansas. Don't know why he's saying that. Oh, the oak. What type of oak? Oh, black oak. That's the type of oak from Arkansas. That's a town in Arkansas, Black Oak, Arkansas. I saw that town once because I walked through the walls of Karma. I saw that town. And then I was like, have mercy on my soul. And then I ate lunch with Ruby Star and got trapped, and Jim Dandy came to my rescue. Okay, now going on. A lot of oak. The flavor is full of oak. It's like the monolith, it's full of stars. It's full of stars, and this is full of oak. Something wonderful is going to happen, and I think it's going to be that I'm going to taste the next glass. Are there any other flavors of a certain unknown origin? No, I wouldn't say so. Sorry about your little problem up there, fellas. I tell you what, this one tastes lighter, meaning lower proof, meaning more watery, meaning Bacardi, man, meaning Dewar's white label. I'm not an anti-Dewar's white labelite. I'm not one of these people that got to axe to grind with Dewar's. There's some people out there, you say Dewar's white label. Oh, I would never in my wildest dreams drink that on my worst day. And I say, oh, okay. Just tastes kind of regular. I don't know why you be so wound up over something so trivial, but this one has just more. I'm not gonna say more character. That wouldn't be the right approach. More strength, more power, more body, more boldness, more proof. And the proof is in the pudding. And the real proof is when I look at the label, if it matches what I'm saying, because I've gotten it wrong 3 times. 2, I just couldn't tell them. 2, I just got it wrong. I couldn't tell them apart. The first one was a screw up, but I got to take the loss. I jumped the gun, and I even said before I did, I was like, well, I'm being careless, but I know this is Johnny Walker Blue Label or whatever. And I looked at the label. I was like, uh-oh, got it wrong. Felt like a fool. So 3 losses, 2 due to not being able to tell them apart, and 1 being due to carelessness, overconfidence, and generalized foolishness. Still a loss. That's on the record. $12 difference. Is that really the case that they gave me? Now this one's starting to taste stronger. Oh. I'm not saying they wonderful, like, oh, they wonderful. I can't get over how wonderful these 2 blended Scotch whiskeys are. I just can't deal with it. It's so incredible. It's none of those. It's just like, like they're just regular, you understand, they're just regular. Of course, I've gotten some of those $80, $90 ones. Well, I won't say that. I even got the Johnny Walker Blue Label. I won't say that on air. I was gonna say they were kind of regular too, but I wouldn't dare mention that live on the air. That would be insanity. You get in so much trouble saying Johnny Walker Blue Label tasted kind of regular, but I wasn't going. Thank goodness I caught myself before I said it, because setting off a firestorm there. Woo. Do I regret Johnny Walker Blue Label? I don't regret it. Of course, $226 plus tax. So no, I'm not going to flip out over these. I'm not going to do a backflip like Sporty Spice, If you want to be part of my future, you need to forget my past, really. But now tell us if it's regular. Oh no, Panthers rule. Panthers X rule. Have a good day, Louisiana Liquor Review, says Tommy Carroll. You too, Tommy. Tommy, all grown up, all dressed up and doing the town. Look at this. Dewar's has like a vanilla thing. I like vanilla. My father, he's like he's more eccentric than me. People say that's an impossibility. That cannot happen. It is true. He says, we go to St. Petersburg, Florida. We go to this ice cream shop. Like, we have 300 flavors or whatever it was, some outrageous number, like Baskin Robbins Super Deluxe. And I was telling him, look at all these flavors, it's incredible. And I was like, I want to get the nuclear meltdown, radioactive isotope, exploding plastic, inevitable cranium, Trans-Siberian Railroad edition mint chocolate. And they're like, okay. And they gave that to me. And then my father's like, I want vanilla. I was looking at him like, what? I said, why would you go to exquisite ice cream shop with so many fantastic colors? Dun, dun, dun. And he's like, well, I like vanilla. I said, but you had that your whole life since you were born in 1944. I said, why wouldn't you get some exorbitant flavor? He's like, well, I like vanilla. That's what I want. I'm like, wow, you're an adventurer, So that's what he got. And the guy was like, vanilla, huh? Oh, okay. He didn't care. Guy's working there. So that's what happens. Man, this has got to be Dewar's. It's just too mellow. I love it, though, really, honestly. Have you ever been mellow? I think it's good, and I like it. I am going to defect from the United States and become a Scottish citizen. I'm so happy with it. Okay, so I'm going to say this as Dewar's. Ha, 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Now I'm so arrogant. I got it right. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. You say, but you got it wrong 3 times. Well, we don't mention that. I told you earlier in the video, we're going to do confirmation bias here. That's how we operate. We only discuss the facts that bolster our contention. If it works against what we're trying to say, it doesn't exist. It's like talking about the causes of the First World War. You say, I don't like Germans. I have a great prejudice against those people. So I'm going to make a video talking about the causes of World War II, and I'm going to make it look like they were responsible for the whole thing. It was all their fault. With their lagers and their sausages and their pretzels. Yes, I might make a video later today showing that there is more to that story. I was going to make a video like I was going to call it "Who Really Started World War One" or something like who is really to blame for the First World War. That would be a video, but boy, it would cause so much controversy. I'm sorry, if you live in England, it would be controversy. It'd be a great video though. So, would I pay $12 more for the Cutty Sark Prohibition repeal? I mean, I did. I bought it, but I don't know about that. If you need proof, if you say, oh, I'm all about the proof. I'm all about the proof. Well, A, you probably need to go get counseling. And secondly, why are you buying $27 bottles? You could go to the store and buy a $15 bottle of Everclear or Diesel for 12 or 8. Well, not 8. Well, maybe. And there you can satisfy your appetite for self-destruction. You know what I'm saying? So it's not all, in my case, it's not all about the proof. It was actually never about the proof because I told y'all I'm an 80 proof guy. I prefer 80 proof products. No, I wouldn't pay $12 more. I'm not actually a fan of Dewar's white label. It's kind of bland to me. I mean, it does have more complexity than you would assume, but it's overall it's kind of like all side. I would get the 12-year age, honestly. I've never tried any other Dewars except for the illegal smooth mezcal. Oh, that was a jewel. Oh, thank you, David, for that gift. That was a knockout. But it's gone now. They've moved on to like they did rum finish, port wine finish. I don't know what they are now. Sherry finish, cream sherry. Just the possibilities are endless. So really, you're not limited. You can do anything. You can age a red blend of wine in rum barrels, and then you can age rum in red wine barrels, right? So somebody told me yesterday, this is liquor. This is rum. I said, no, that's red wine. It's a red blend. It's aged in rum barrels. She said, oh. All right. So, well, there it is. I got it right. Still only have 3 losses. And I got one more taste challenge. I think I've gone through all the blended whiskeys. Incredible, right? So I have one more taste challenge left. It's the Dewar's 12-year. Oh, man. Well, the price is the same there, so it won't matter. They're about the same price. So, but I didn't pay. I got, me, I got it for 70% off, which is the greatest deal in the world. And I got backup on that. If you think I'm lying, I got my friend David. He came and bought a bottle. He was like, I'm here. He rushed over here. I never seen somebody come over here so fast to get that bottle. That was a fun day. But yeah, I mean, Dewar's 12-year age versus the Cutty Sark Prohibition Edition. It's going to be a draw. Before we even do the challenge, it's a draw. It's a tie already. But yeah. Another bad wreck, I guess. But the question there will be not which is better, because it'll be even. What's a better value? They'll be even. The question will be, which can I tell them apart? think I will be able to tell them apart. I think I will. I don't know that, but I think I will. I have a strong level of confidence. I wouldn't say overconfidence. All right, let's look at the comments. Mm-hmm. Panthers X rule. I might have to make that my name on here, laughing out loud and crying. That would be a good name on this platform, Panthers X rule. I'm scared to death of Florida. I went to Gainesville in 2008 for the races. Never again. Florida? He says vanilla is my favorite flavor, believe it or not. Well, I believe it's the most popular ice cream flavor, I would think. I don't like anything on my pizza. Vanilla ice cream and no spicy food. I guess I'm just an average Joe, I reckon. He does like that. That's an interesting thing that you bring up because I live in Louisiana now. 40 years ago was a little different, but now you think, oh, yeah, Louisiana, everybody eats fiery, spicy food. It's like fiery hot. That's the image. And I don't want to get into a tussle with the Tourist Commission, but the reality is most Louisiana people I know eat very bland food with no hot sauce. And if they use hot sauce, they're going to use Crystal, Crystal, which is like the least fiery hot sauce you can get. Very good sauce, I might add, but very mild, to say the least. So what happened in Louisiana, we had the petrochemical industry, right? So over the last 40, 50, 60 years, we have a lot of influx of people from the Netherlands, England, Canada, and all the northern states, Ohio, Indiana, New York, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, and they come down here to work at Marathon, DuPont, Shell Oil, Shell Chemical, British Petroleum, and all these plants along the river. And they might stay 5 years, 4 years, 10 years, 8 years, 2 years, a year. It's a lot of transient population. I feel bad for the children. They go to high school and they're in 9th and 10th grade here, and then they're in 11th grade in Texas, and they're 12th grade in Curacao, that kind of thing. But at least they get to see a lot of interesting countries and states. But what happens is they don't like the spice. So 40 years ago, 1982, yeah, okay. So I would go to lunch at school, and we would have red beans and rice or spaghetti and meatballs. It was so fiery hot, you'd have to wipe your forehead with a paper napkin, and it would just be incredibly hot. You had all these old German, Franco-Germanic ladies cooking. African, Franco-Germanic. Okay, you get my point. So it was like, wow, you just like stunned, but you get acclimated to it. So I grew up here, so it's like normal, you eating it. And then these people would come down from Minnesota, and they'd be like, I can't eat this. It's so hot. And I'd say, oh, you can't eat the spaghetti and meatballs. It's so hot. I can't take it. Or they'd be from Pennsylvania. I can't take this. What's wrong with these people? And they'd just always be the same comment. That would be like in August, September. But by May, April, May, they're eating the spaghetti and meatballs, the meatloaf, and mashed potatoes, cream potatoes. That's what they would cook here for lunch. Red beans and rice with sausage, white beans and rice with sausage, always on Monday. Spaghetti and meatballs, usually on Thursday. Some kind of fish meal on Friday. Shrimp Creole. Friday would be shrimp Creole or fried catfish and potatoes. Or some fish, always fish, on Friday. You understand that. But by May, they were converted. They could never go back. They would say, oh, it's so good. And so once they got the heat in their mind, everything was like dull. But you see, there was so many transient people coming in that eventually it changed. So now the spicy, fiery, hot food is the exception. If you talk to people either from California or from Florida or from Ohio or West Virginia, they're going to say, "Oh, I don't." I say, "You want some hot sauce on that?" "Oh no." "You want some black pepper?" "Oh no." And if you talk to Louisiana people, "You want some hot sauce, black pepper?" "Oh no." So it's changed. Now most everybody wants the dull, tamped down, non-spicy food. So that's the way it is. But I can't worry about it. That's just the way it goes. All right. Kevin Johnston says Dewar's White Label is pretty good. I hope you're enjoying it, Jay. Well, I am enjoying it. I'm about halfway through the bottle. It's done well. Hadn't, been exactly running the show, but it's done very well. I can see why people like it, and I see why it's a legendary product. I've actually been only eating one meal on evenings and drinking only water throughout the day. Really? That's a bit strange. Okay, well, but whatever you want to do, Dewar's is good. It's really good. Okay, so get ready for Saturday morning, unless I go berserk and do one this evening. But Saturday morning, we'll do Dewar's 12-year age versus Cutty Sark. And I'm already telling you beforehand, it's going to be a tie. The price is the same. The flavor is comparably, quality. So that's going to close out the whole tournament with a tie. And then it's on to brandy. We have brandy coming in from Ukraine, and this is a topical. You say topical. You pick that just because it would be a topical concept and you could gain views. And so, no. I was at Total Wine and More, and it was it really was a coincidence. They had the Odessa brandy, which I was looking at a year before, by the way, I might add, and it was $11.99, and I thought, $11.99, that's reasonably cheap. It's actually very cheap. And I said, but now once the trouble started in February, I said, well, may as well help the people out, buy a bottle. Couldn't hurt. And, it's the way it worked out. I mean, there's a lot of other brandies I need to buy, but that's a fascinating product. I did a solo review today, recorded, not live, obviously. Oh, that's the real deal there, boy. That is something else. So you'll be very interested to see that. They call it cognac, but obviously cognac cannot come from Ukraine, but they claim it's cognac, but it's brandy, obviously. All right, so check that out. All right, y'all take care now.